Here, same thing we were talking about. So getting our feet up, heels up, and then make sure we're making good that kind of 1/3 of our blade contact on the ice. So coming in, bang, 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 and then coming through. All right. So start back here. Remember that first push is huge, and then just we talked about it, right? So let's just try to stay almost within that CCM to the end of our stick here. So as a righty, you're in this spot here, and then right away, quick, top, 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 and then right out on the way through. Yeah. So toe up, toe down, nice and low. There you go. So that's good, man. Like, so this is that gash right there, right? So again, I put my skate in there, like, yeah, a little bit deep, a little toey, but you're using your blade the right way. You're using that. The whole blade can hit, but you want to really push off that ball of your foot and snap that toe.
Too long of a step?
No, it wasn't bad. Just slide those up a little bit.
It allows me to stay on the ball of my feet if I stay my feet tight.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
I always want to go.
Yeah, widen out, right? And we want to keep that, yeah, keep them in that track, kind of right in between your hips. Keep them within your hips. Okay, so same idea. Now, obviously you're getting a visual of just really getting those heels up. So as you're coming through here, heels up, top, 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 and then coming through. And remember those feet are turning up and over, right? We're not coming up and down, we're coming up and over. Yeah, good. That last one was good. You're really digging toe in when you're snapping, which is fine, right? But again, like we talked about, try not to get too kicking out. We want to try to come in nice and flat, yeah, and right on that edge and push off. Again, stand on the ball of your feet, so nice and low, shoulders over knees, and tap, tap, tap. There. Okay, so look at that one though. That's exactly it. So like, that's not deep, right? Not super toey. And you're using, like, most of the pressure's right there. You tapped a little bit on there, but it's just totally fine. That's good though. It's really good. Yeah.
Didn't slide.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was nice and sticky. Go one more, I'll grab a couple more pucks. So nice and low, same idea. Good. All right, so same idea, a little higher up. Okay, same thing. That last one looked really good. So nice and low, same idea. Good. Your contacts are so much better than they were, like so much better. And all, like, by adding these pucks and stuff, by elevating this and put cones underneath, same idea. Just getting you to get that foot up and over and trying to be making sticky contact, but being light, not too heavy on that foot as we're coming through. Let's do two more, last two. But man, as long as we start like with certain building blocks, and then like you saw today, like a couple of the drills we did, they translate into other stuff we're doing. And the big thing is just getting that stuff to tie in, and then you feeling comfortable with how you're doing it, and if you blow them up or you mess them up, it doesn't matter, right? That's the key.
Everything in every drill.
Right, it's just being
constant thing.
Yeah, and it's almost like, you know, speaking of someone with soft hands, it's having those feet that you're comfortable with, that you manipulate the right way, right? Because I mean, if you're not aware of it, then you're just gonna do what you do, which means if you're a heavy guy, you're gonna skate heavy.
And I just start gliding.
Yeah, right, exactly. So if if you're aware of it, then it's way easier to fix, you know? That's good. Try one more.
Every time if it gets down there,
you want to snap it right away, yeah.
Instead of my whole front of the blade quick.
And that firing of your ankle is going to speed up as you're going. So what I mean by that is the more you practice it, the more that ankle is going to feel comfortable getting to where it needs to go, you know? So you're going to come down like real fast and bang, and top right away. Exactly. Yeah. Let's try one more like that. So same idea. Nice and low, good snap. That's it. So hey, that one there was way more mental than anything. Because you can see like you were thinking about it, and your ankles were good, really good. There was just not as much fire there, not as much pop there. There. I always find it cool to work when I'm working with athletes to try to find different tools or different ways to help guys, girls work on their things. So what we've done here is working on quick starts. We've added pylons. So as you saw in the video earlier, we had just the sticks flat on the ice, and that's all just to have players get their feet up and over a stick. So getting a barrier there that they got to get their feet up and over in order to create a quick start. And then we added a puck and then a second puck and now pylons. And the pylons are quite high, but at the end of the day, we want them to really overemphasize getting their heels up, getting their feet up, and then making good contact on the ice. So if you're coming through on here, you'd have your 3 steps going over. So 1 here, open up, 2, and then 3 as we're taking off. And the big thing we want players to do is open their feet up. So when they're coming out, just like our quick start videos, open that foot up and then pushing out, coming forward, not out to the side. So if I take off with speed, I'd be here, nice and low, quick, top, 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 and then coming out. So as I'm coming through there, again, driving my knees over these cones, overemphasizing that heel coming up, and then landing on my toes. So as I come through here, quick, pop, 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 and then coming out that way. So that's kind of a cool little tool. One thing I've done with players as well is kind of keeping them in track. So when a player takes off in a quick start, a lot of times players end up widening out their base. So they end up being out here trying to take off in a start. We want them to have a tighter base, so heel over heel when they're taking off. And what I've done before is grabbing a couple sticks like this and having them make their start in this track. So they can't get out too wide. They've got to stay in here. So you can make that track nice and tight. And then when they do take off, now their steps are bang, 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 and then they're getting into the striding right after. So by having these sticks or these lanes, you can draw something on the ice. Doesn't really matter how you do it. But by having that there, then you're creating that lane that they got to be in, and then that'll fan out as they get into the striding out here when they're pushing out and striding. But for that start, keeps them within their hips. So when they're taking off, we don't want to get too far outside our hips. We want to stay in here and then quick, top, 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 and then we're coming out. So a couple things to think of, quick little tools when you're working with players on quick starts, something that helps a ton.